Hey, what's up, guys? It is Card Shuffler 99 here, and today we got a brand new card trick for you guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you do, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hey, guys, don't forget, we are going to be ending officially our giveaway. I know it's been going on for a while now. We've been a little busy lately with this whole Corona thing, so we've been trying to work things out, but we are going to be ending it in 5 days from when we officially post this video. So 5 days from the day this video is posted, we're going to be ending it. If you want to enter, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment something in the comment section below, and make sure you guys are following our Instagram and go like our Instagram post over there for the giveaway. That's all you have to do to enter. We are going to announce the winner to the giveaway on Instagram. That's how we're going to know you guys did all the steps. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. We're giving away 3 pairs of AirPods once again. And anyway, we're going to try our best to get back into the habit of posting card tricks every day right back here on YouTube. So we got a pretty good one for you guys today. Let's get to it. So, Robert, I want you to go ahead, take the deck out of that mind-reading box, and I want you to go ahead and take any card out of that deck, and you're going to flip it over. So go ahead and do that for me. I'm not going to look.
All right, let's see. Any card you said?
Any card you want. Go ahead, take it out.
All right, let me take it out. And I just flip it over?
Yep, flip it over into the middle of the deck, and you're good to go.
Okay.
You can put it back in the box, or you can just set it on the mat. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Okay, Rob, so this is what I'm going to give you the opportunity. If you want to change your mind, you can go ahead and do that. Do you want to change your mind, or do you want to keep the card that you selected?
I'm going to keep it.
You're going to keep the cards you selected. Okay. Robert, here, before the trick started, I flipped over one card in this deck as well. Now, again, it's a 1 in 52 chance. But check it out here. For the first time, why don't you go ahead and name what was your selection?
The 8 of hearts.
The 8 of hearts. Check this out here, Robert. If we go through here, you said the 8 of hearts, correct?
Yep.
Inside the deck, there's going to be one face-down card. Go ahead and take that face-down card out. Now, before you go ahead and flip that over, I'll take out your deck just to confirm here that you have one face-down card, and that card is, on the same time, we'll flip it over, the 8 of hearts. That was the trick, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that little performance, and let's get straight into this reveal. So, this is one of my favorite card tricks to perform out there on the streets. It's super simple, super fun to do, and you just need one little thing, and that's just a trick deck. Now, the way this trick deck works, this is known as the invisible deck. It's two essentially halves of a deck. So you'll see here we have a bunch of face-up cards, and then as you flip it over, we have more face-up cards. So it's not actually a real deck of cards. So if you don't have yourself an invisible deck, and again, I talk about this a lot, if there's one trick deck that you guys need to get, 100% the invisible deck's the one. This is a standalone effect, and at the same time, there's so many ways you can go about doing this trick. Whether you use a prediction or you have some sort of card application like I did in this video, there's so many ways you can use this invisible deck, and it really is one of the most powerful tricks on the market as of now. So if you guys, again, are looking for any sort of trick deck, this is the one to get, the invisible deck. I'm going to walk through how this is done, just in case if you guys don't have one, I'll walk you through it. But for this trick, what I did was I used a normal deck of cards here. Now, we just did mind reading box just as a little bit of humor. But you're going to have a deck just here on the side. You don't have to use another deck. Again, this is a standalone effect if you want to just do it that way. Now, the way this deck works is it has 2 cards stuck together. Now, these aren't stuck together as in like they're glued together. The backs of the cards have this sort of rough texture to it, almost like sandpaper. And what that does is it's going to let the cards, as you roughly spread the cards, you're going to be able to keep those 2 pairs together without them flashing for the most part. Now, over time, the invisible deck is going to wear off, or at least that coating is going to wear off, to where the cards might split a little bit easier. You can see they're starting to split. So I would say each invisible deck will last you roughly a year, maybe a year and a half, depending on how much you use it. For us, we got this around a year ago. It's still holding up pretty well. But again, you're going to want to get the newer ones, especially if you're going to go out in the streets and perform it, just to prevent any sort of mishap. But each pair here is going to add up to 13. So in this case, we got 9 and 4. We're going to have 3 and 10, 9 and 4 again. You have 7 and 6. So each pair is going to add up, in this case, to 13. And the other thing you need to know is that the spades are going to go with the hearts. It's a pretty simple thing. You know, the spade sort of looks like a heart in a way. So spades are with hearts and clubs are with diamonds. Now for the kings, obviously because those are valued at 13, the kings are just paired together. But again, hearts are with spades and diamonds are with clubs. So that's all you really need to know for this specific effect. And at that point, you're pretty much good to go. The only last thing you need to know is because the kings are going to be, they're all sort of valued at 13, you just need to know which side has the clubs and the spades and which side has the diamonds and hearts, because you just need to memorize that. In this case, I have the black kings on the even side. So that's how I set my deck up. Again, it doesn't matter how you do yours. But as you see here, all these cards are going to be even and all these cards are going to be odd. Now, there's two different ways you can go about performance effect. Now, the reason I did my specific method is because I have this sort of camera angle here where I'm going to spread the cards out. If you had a normal sort of spectator setting where you have you as a magician and your spectator standing in front of you, you can do something that's way simpler, and I'll explain that in a second. So we're going to start here. We'll go to this box. They can shuffle it. It really doesn't matter. I mean, all they're going to do is go into the deck, and they're going to take one card out. In this case, let's just go with the Eight of Hearts again. So we'll take the Eight of Hearts. You're going to have them flip it over. That's the main part of this effect. They're going to flip any card they want in the deck. Now, you could have two people do this if you wanted to, but there's a way that you can sort of avoid having a little mishap here. So again, when you take this deck out, you can only have it on one side. So either the even side or the odd side. One way you could do this, you could have them go ahead and flip over a card. Now, or you could have them name a card. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have them flip it over and name it. If you have them name it, you sort of have a bit more freedom and a bit more flexibility with how you do the trick. And I'll explain a way you could do that later. But in this case, we have the Eight of Hearts flipped over. You'd have them just set that down just to keep this simpler. So we have the Eight of Hearts flipped over. Now, what you're going to do in this deck box here, two ways you can do it. If you're going with my sort of camera setting here, where the spectator is over the deck and they're not in front of you, you're going to have to take the cards out on the opposite side. Meaning, if they flipped over the Eight of Hearts, you're going to have to take the deck out of the box off the odd side, okay? Because you're going to have to look for the matching card to the Eight of Hearts. In this case, it's going to be the Five of Spades. Meaning the key card I'm looking for is the Five of Spades. So, whenever you have the deck in the box, you need to know, in this case, I have the odd cards facing up on this side, the even cards facing this side. So, if my key card here is going to be even, I'm going to take the deck out like this, okay? If the key card is odd, I'll take the deck out like this. In this case, my key card is odd. I'm looking for the Five of Spades because their card was the Eight of Hearts. So, you're going to go through, you see the Five of Spades. You're just going to take that card. You're going to split the card underneath it. You can go ahead and finish spreading the cards. It makes the illusion that there's only one face down card, and it'll be the Eight of Hearts, and then you can give that effect, oh, I flipped over the Eight of Hearts, and so did you. The other way you can do this, very simple. If you have a spectator in front of you, all you have to do is whatever card they say, that will be your key card, meaning you're just going to spread the deck towards them like this, okay? So, I'll just come around, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by this. Let's say they said the Eight of Hearts. If the spectator was in front of you, you can literally spread the deck out to them like this, just looking for the Eight of Hearts. And all you do is you're going to push that card up, right? And that's going to give the illusion that that's the only face down card. This is a much simpler way to do it. That way you don't have to do this sort of math in your head like, oh, they said 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. We're going to go hearts. You don't have to do any of that the way you would do it like this if you're just spreading face down. So that's another way you could do it. If they were just right in front of you, spectators right in front of you, all you have to do is just look for that card and just push it up, and it gives that illusion. Now, again, if you have spectators all around you, if they're surrounding you, you're going to want to go with the face down method. It's just simpler. That way nobody's behind you. They're not going to see that there's sort of two face up sides here with the deck. That's just a simple way to do it. Another really cool application of this is you could have a whole group sort of do this. We've had a situation where we had a group of 4 people, and you go around the group and you sort of ask them, okay, you ask the first person, okay, do you want red or black? You ask the second person, all right, you're going to name a suit, and then the last person is going to name the value. I then jump to the last person and say, do you want to change the card? If they change the card, you can do this one of two ways. You can just flip over their card, but if their valued card is just the same as the original card, meaning let's say the first card that was selected was a 5, and the second card that they changed it to was a 7, because those are both odd cards, I can technically make both of those cards appear out of the deck. So the way I did it was, even though they changed the card, I actually made both the cards appear as if they were face down. right? So I actually I gave the illusion that I flipped over both of those cards, so I knew that they were going to say both of those cards. That's the way you can do it. But again, if the first card is selected and the first card is like an 8, and the second card they say, okay, we're going to change it to a 5, for example, you can't make both of those appear unless you flip the deck over mid-trick, right? So it's not going to work. So that's the only way you can do it. Again, that's just another application for it. But again, if you want to get yourself a trick deck, get yourself an invisible deck. It's a great trick, great application. And anyway, guys, that's it for today. This is Card Shuffler 99. Peace out.